go.
Well, it's inside the church. Let's go.
Oh, God.
Terribly sorry. Putting some elixirs away. Be with you in a moment. Hello. How can I help you? Juna!
Long time no see. Sorry for all of us storming the place.
And you're the one who was at the exhibition.
Right. Now that you all know each other's names, Rella is my older sister. Adopted sister, that is. Her family took me in. Though don't spread it around. The public doesn't know, and we don't know who tried to exploit it.
It's been forever, Juna. I'm so sorry. I really was planning to meet you after the opening ceremony.
I understand. You were attending to Sanctifex Forden until Brilhaven. But that's wonderful. Such deft social climbing even puts Father's efforts to shame, eh?
Ugh, social climbing. Glad to make your acquaintance. I am Rella Cygnus. I'm a healer. But somehow, I doubt that's why you're here.
Actually, there's something we'd like you to look at.
Where did you get this?
I know it's asking a lot, but could you share anything you know? Without asking too many questions?
Okay, I wasn't sure if the rumbling was from the wind or not, but I think it's from the game.
I've seen something like this before. I'd never forget. Objectively speaking, the magic involved is a direct inversion of a healing spell. Popularly known as a curse.
I suppose that stands to reason.
Pardon the late introduction. I am Hulkenberg, a Knight of the Crown. As you may have guessed, that is the formula to the curse that slew His Royal Highness, the Prince.
Hold on.
The death of His Highness was a tragedy, one I would see repaid in full. As His Royal Guard, 'tis my duty to punish the treasonous snake responsible.
Then surely the man who penned this was Luis.
Look, what happened at the exhibition? We were trying to get closer to Luis. You're a holy woman, so I couldn't ask your forgiveness. But if you could at least understand.
The Lady Joanna's penitence was sincere. To hear her, I thought it must be so. It was Forden who chose such a terrible punishment. That was what scared me.
Oh, Rella.
But I'm a bit relieved. I heard rumors Luis had swept you off your feet and you'd been hanging on his arm since. I worried for you so, Juna. I see now I needn't have given it a second thought.
Of course. I am Juani's Cygnus, and my life is...
Yes, your life is your own, I know. Just make sure you're not causing trouble for everyone else. I suppose this is another dramatic and risky gesture? Like when you ran away from home in a frenzy of passion, declaring you'd take the stage or die trying.
No! Well, sort of. Maybe, yes, but... Oh, you didn't have to put it like that.
I've looked over the formula. From what I can tell, this spell's effects are enduring. As long as the magic's source continues to exist, the effect shall never fade. The trouble is, while most curses simply consume the magic released in the moment's casting, this one is designed to perpetually draw on the magic of the caster.
So as long as Luis lives, it doesn't matter where his victims run and hide. Sounds just like him.
But I'm afraid even if His Highness still lived, I don't think anyone could have broken the curse using this. This formula isn't complete. It's a mere outline, clearly jotted from memory. I couldn't tell you how to lift the curse from this alone.
What?
Then... I'm sorry I couldn't be of any help.
No, you've done plenty. Especially since we're the ones who sprang this on you.
Pardon me, young man.
When?
May I say one last thing? You're a friend of hers, aren't you? Please, keep Juna safe.
Of course.
Of course. I'll do what I can.
Thank you. She can be reckless sometimes. I'll be here for the foreseeable future. Any friend of Juna is welcome here, so stop by any time you like.
The curse is impossible to break?
Hmm.
Did I miss a funeral? I've never seen you lot so gloomy.
What do we do now?
The only way left is to take down Luis himself.
The impossibility of that is precisely what led us here, Stroll. And now, we are no further than when we started.
Plenty of assassins have come for Luis, but the king's magic works every time. They all died frozen in agony.
Even if we could fight him properly, do we stand a chance? The man's an unparalleled master of both martial and magic arts.
This might be the end.
Still, we have to stop Luis, no matter what. The royal magic's not an absolute shield. It cost Gladel his life. We've just got to maintain the trust we've earned from Luis, and eventually we'll get our chance.
For now, he told us to wait until the race's next task is announced.
Then we'll have to do just that.
I'm pooped from all this brainstorming. I could use a break in the gauntlet runner.
Can't risk Luis catching on that way in the royal capital. Leave for today, I'll ask her to stay in the runner, away from prying eyes.
Well, I must say I'm impressed. You have enough beds to accommodate this many people?
Yes, as much as they grumble about cramped quarters.
Apologies. 'Tis hardly accommodation worthy of a diva. And I confess the ride itself is often jarring.
At the very least, I'll be happy with a bath. You have a room for that, I trust?
Have a shower.
Right this way, milady.
Well, no point getting reckless now. Let's think about this some more tomorrow. By the way, what have you been doing all this time, Eurus?
Thinking, mostly. Been having a good old ponder ever since I saw Luis's Skyrunner in the air. Always been my dream to fly on wings, you see. Not with any of this magic levitatory. But then in you come with this teleportation. Made me start wondering if there was any valid point at all to my flight theory, what? A long while back, I did a flight experiment to prove my theory was sound. Failed spectacularly, though. And got myself all crunched up in the process. I was still in bed, midway through my convalescence when they told me I was to be demoted.
I didn't know.
I didn't know.
Between us, old boy, my flight theory's complete. Principles are sound and tested. All that's left are the practicals, incorporating it into the gauntlet runner. But ever since that accident, I suppose I've been afraid to move forward with it. Afraid of failure. You and the rest of our merry band are risking your very lives for the prince. Here I sit moping, And the way I see it, your teleportation can only take us places we've been. If we want to see new horizons, we'll need to take to the skies. It'll take time, no doubt, but I'll put my very soul into it. No shortcuts. And when I fly, I'll do it my way.
Interesting. You can change your add party members to your party from the party. You can change your add members to your party from the party option in the main menu. Press X of the group. Up to 4. There's a problem against life experience at the end of the bar. You can never remove the protagonist. Concentrate on getting back our strengths now.
What now?
I don't know why, it's just very pleasing to me that they go in order. But it might be this. I mean, Stroll will get the XP, right? Yeah, there we go. I mean, I know technically Halkenberg would as well, but I want Halkenberg to get these. I don't know what to do with you just yet. Until we unlock this for other people, I might keep her there. There's a bitter setback that we've lost the means to break His Highness's curse. Yet 'twould serve nothing to only wallow in dismay. If the only path that remains is slaying Luis, we must seek new strength with zeal renowned. We're fortunate indeed to find an unexpected ally in the midst of hostile territory. Halkenberg had much to say of the fame of and accomplishments of both Jenna and Vela. I must confess of near total ignorance of modern trends and those that set them. What about you? Currently would there. That certainly could have turned a lot worse than it did. All thanks to the engineer, I suppose. That crazy uncle-looking chap. Nurse, was it? Never seen a man run such a tight ship with a few loose screws of his own. That side, I wish you all wouldn't stand on ceremony with me. I'm on your side now, truly.
Damn it!
After all we did to get on Luis's good graces and secure the formula, does it weigh on you that all our efforts spit in the wound, nothing is wasted? Yeah. That's the spirit. Know that I'm here for you should you ever start to despair. Like I was just a moment ago. In times like this is where I'm heartened by Jonathan's bright positivity. And just go and get some loot. Shower?
Got it.
I mean, we don't get much, but hey, it's important.
Time for bed.
Does that mean we're gonna get someone else? Noticing like the, because one of these beds were covered as well. Where's Newis? Oh, unless that is Nurse's bed.
Sure.
Hence the closed one, but oh well. I wonder where Galcius sleeps. Gallica even. Finding it hard to sleep. As good a time as any for some reading, I guess.
Oh, good. You're still awake. What's the matter?
Can't sleep.
Can't sleep?
Well, that is rather the problem. I'm wide awake. Once we're back tomorrow, I'll sneak the formula back into Luis's room. Even if he suspected us, he'd never work out that we got to the capital and showed it to Rella in a single night. He won't find out about our mission.
Probably should have Joanna return the Magla keys we got from the ship too, just in case. I'll give them to her later.
You know, I'm a bit surprised. I thought I was fine doing all that infiltration at Luis's place. Turns out I wasn't. Finally having others who know the truth, and having gotten to see my sister. I didn't realize how exhausted I am. And you personally saved me from danger back there. I'm terribly grateful to you. You're lucky, really. I'll have you know I'm rarely this candid. That's the forbidden text you mentioned in Luis's room, is it? I've seen him reading it from time to time. What's it like? Can I read a bit of it?
Sure.
The prevailing culture of the world is one of freedom in all things. No faith, fealty, or philosophy enforces ideology. All are free to create, and all are free to embrace those creations. This culture's influence spreads throughout the world. It is even said that a song of peace was powerful enough to bring an end to war. Oh, how inspiring. It's hard to imagine that a single song could be so influential. I wonder what the world would be like if a song really could reach all people's hearts. No matter their status or tribe. We Nydia, we're all liars, you know. Everyone told us we were inherently worthless. Just a fact of our birth. So I learned some glamours to make myself at least look valuable. This form. It's all just a fancy disguise, really. A gilded mask for the world to admire. Or not. No, do forgive me. That was all lies, lies, lies. I don't think it's necessarily a good idea to reveal yourself entirely. But you should always have the freedom to. If these new powers are to give form to my ideals, I want to create a world where we can appreciate each other's freedom. I'll make sure everyone hears that in my songs. No matter what happens.
And talked into the night. Probably annoying the other three.
Time marches on, and the age of a new
because it's
king
just like
draws
curtains. I mean, it might be thick to help dampen the sound. I don't know.
Now, prepare to hear the race's next challenge. Let's find out where our fierce competitors are bound. To recap, the 20 candidates with the current highest approval on the King's Rock will be the only ones to proceed. All others will be disqualified. I'd say the results of the exhibition are sure to have spread by now. Let's have a look at the standings, shall we? In first place, the undisputed winner, bane of sea monsters and savior of the people, our very own Sanctifex Forden! And the traitor Luis in second, despite not actually being in the race. But in third, we have the warrior monk captain, Master Kiddo!
In the end, everyone but Luis is just representing the Sanctus Church.
Oh, furthermore.
What's your point? I dare say that's a relief. We'll finally be done with all this chaos. A return to normalcy.
Ha! Normalcy. Funny how it's only the rich who miss how things used to be. But now Count Luis has the people behind him. He'll save the common man.
Yes, we're all keeping our ears out for a response from Luis's faction. But we do have one standout who's seen a stunning jump in popularity since the exhibition. The lad responsible for exposing the sins of the Sanctress Joanna. Valiant human slayer. Yes, it's the young Elder.
Gwyn.
Right. Wasn't expecting that one. Nameless to famous in a single night. Just like that, he's in the top 20.
Oi, crier man. Where's the windbag? The one what acted all high and mighty over a tiny human head.
Who? Oh, right, that Gladell or something. No sign of him, probably saw the writing on the wall and dropped out.
So it really was all talk then? A disgrace to the Rusum, hiding his inadequacy behind Luis's authority.
How shameless.
But the boy candidate isn't the only one in the spotlight. We've a rising star by the name of Katharina. Some big ideas, that girl. I hear she plans to put a price on every wealthy head if she takes the throne.
And what's wrong with that? If they're sitting on most of the kingdom's money, they can afford to hire a little extra security every day. Let them sweat it out.
Now here's a surprise. We've got a Mastari candidate still in the running. And my sources say they hail from, well, Verga Island.
A pagan island, eh? But they're filthy barbarians. Besides, nobody could compare to Lord Nilo.
The final roundup's actually looking pretty diverse. We're just about ready to announce the next leg of the race.
I do like how they don't mention that Kathina is potentially dropped out. Probably because they weren't sure whether you'd done that by now.
And that's the bell! Thank you for waiting, ladies and gents. It's time to begin the second round of the tournament for the throne! First of all, congratulations to the 20 who have won their places on the King's Rock. You are now officially the winners of the first round. Let's give them a hand!
No sign of Luis. Even if he does plan to take over, suppose he's still not eager to play by their rules.
I haven't seen Juna this morning either.
I heard some nobles say she had a job suddenly come up. Better that the audience doesn't see her with us, anyway.
Now, at long last, we are ready to announce their next challenge. This time, the task for the candidates is recovering and offering a divine relic!
What? A relic?
Don't worry, we're happy to explain everything. You'll not want to forget this, so we've arranged for you to hear it from an unforgettable voice. To tell us more, please welcome to the stage our guide, our songstress, the lovely Lady Juna!
Just the hair.
Her sudden obligation revealed, I suppose.
Chosen heroes! Your next destination is Altaberry Heights, the capital of the Principality of Montario. You are to gather there by the deadline, with a divine relic in hand to offer the Sanctus Church. Tragically, there are still heathens in this land who choose to reject Sanctism. They care nothing for salvation. They cling to strange idols, calling them divine relics, believing them gifts from their eldritch gods. But their rituals are unstable, and their relics just primitive magic tools. It is time we put an end to this misguided witchery. Take these relics from the pagan's grasp and bring them to the birthplace of Sanctism, Altaberry Heights, in Montario. Please deliver them to their rightful place in God's hands. May all our aspiring heroes be blessed with good fortune and the favor of God. I pray for your success.
Got a real presence before a crowd, doesn't she? Positively plucks at your heart.
Oh,
Focus, Iceland, focus.
By the deadline of the second round, Alterbury will begin the festivities for the autumnal Montario Saints' Day. This two-day event kicks off on Saints' Day Eve, with the main celebrations on the day proper. And this year's event will be historic. His Eminence, Sanctifex Forden, will be personally sealing the collection of the pagan relics. To celebrate, the songstress Juna will be dedicating a ceremonial song. You won't want to miss this, folks. Now, ladies and gentlemen, on my mark, let the second round of the Tournament for the Throne begin!
They're unabashedly ordering them to steal relics from pagan land now. That's plunder! They would steal our very culture!
That candidate's a Mustari. Small wonder he's so aghast. Forden's stooping to a new low.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
By and large, the Mustari are a pagan people.
Pagan.
Their relics are cultural touchstones, vital to their hearts and faiths. And Forden's just ordered us to loot them as we please.
But in our case, we won't even know what we're doing until Luis gives the order.
Either way, we're bound for Alterbury. It's further east. We've a long trip ahead of us.
Oh, my shoulder hurts. I don't care if it's the Crown Theocracy. You'd think they'd ask me a little sooner than the morning of.
Still managed to put on a hell of a show for him. Lady Juna, Count Luis has sent for you. And you lot too, I suppose.
Looks like our first job's come in. These men have me running all over. We're back, Lord Luis.
Funny, isn't it? Since the Gladel incident, you've been inseparable from this gang.
Well, one has to keep one's chauffeur in line, don't you think?
Hey, heard you got a gig at the Sanctus Festival? Good on ya!
Thanks. Though I don't know if it's worth celebrating. Seems to me it's to keep Lord Luis in check. Putting me on stage the whole time might keep you from crashing their Saints' Day party.
And if we try anything, they'll use it as an excuse to blacklist you. Just the kind of shite you'd expect from those Sanctist stooges.
You need fear nothing. It is Forden who now stews in his dread. That he seeks the divine relics is common knowledge. But who would simply give up an idol on par with a god's reverence? He has all but commanded that we take it by force. The king's magic ruined his schemes. You humiliated him in the public eye. And in one desperate final grasp for authority, the fool has placed his fate in my hands. Forden's game will soon end. Let us at least give him the finale he deserves.
One thing I will say I like about the plot so far, and how things are acting out. We know Luis is the bad guy. We know he's probably going to be the end boss. Say probably, because it's like, it could still be him or Forden. Regardless, he's an antagonist. And I like how involved he is, or how much screen time he gets. And it's not just like, oh, we cut to see what he's doing. It's, we're interacting with him.
What are you planning to do?
What? Do you need to hear it repeated? I will give Forden his death.
And what of the king's magic?
You'll see soon enough. For now, you need only follow my orders. Your task is to obtain a certain divine relic on my behalf. The artifact in question is a lance known as Dracodios.
Dracodios. The Draco implies something to do with dragons, I presume?
Suffice to say, the lore behind this particular relic intrigues me. You will acquire it in time for Saints' Day, and bring it to me.
Pretty high stakes, my lord. You sure you want this crop of novices on the job?
Rest assured, my other agents have their own relics I've assigned them to pursue. I've no urgent need for this lance, nor for them. should they fail.
I'll go along and keep an eye on them, shall I? You can bet that if they try and run off with the relic, I'll put a stop to it.
You certainly are attached to them, aren't you?
Well, it's their first formal assignment in your service, after all. I can be your eyes and ears.
So be it then. You may act accordingly.
So, my lord, where can we find this fancy lance?
Find your clues elsewhere. You have nothing further from me. Prove you think as well as you fight. May we both find success in the pursuit of our shared vision.
Well, we're back at the inn. So far, the only thing we know for sure is it's called that lance. So no choice but to look elsewhere and try and gather information. Let's go. I know from the thingy, King, right? Do you happen to know anything about Divine Lance or any Mustari?
Oh, really?
Diva Violence? Mustari are the ones with the masks. Saw someone eating at a tavern with a mask. They don't know. They don't even think they don't even take their masks off to eat. I don't know how they do it. Oh wait, maybe they do take their masks off actually. At least we know there's a Mustari was sighted in a tavern, I think.
Well met, eh?
All right then.
Oh, it's something.
I'm just
Hey, listen.
incredulous.
Huh?
I have a question. Sure, I'm the best person to ask about that sort of thing. No, wait, someone outside was rumbling about just a bit ago. A large mass must be Mustari. Seemed awfully bothered by it. Believe he mentioned something about taking a boat to the island. Must be heading towards the coast of the Merchant's Bazaar.
Okay, so...
Thank you.
Hey, listen.
I'm just incredulous.
Oh.
Hey.
You're Messiah, right? Are you the one they were talking about in the tavern? I'm trying to learn anything we can about the Divine Lights. Maybe we can find it.
You see.
Seek the answers from the chief, not me. He's set to return to the island via ship any moment now. He'll be wearing a mask and carrying a staff, both passed down for generations. Of course, they want to potentially go get the lance for protection rather than anything else.
How's it going? You got it.
What is it?
So the village chief a moment ago, I heard he was participating in the tournament, but appeared generally upset. I wonder if everything's alright. So this our guy though, who knows something about the lance. We'll keep searching. Also feels rude that it's like Run. Well, after a Divine Lance, you know, your relic. After their whole goal is to get relics. Or steal relics. You know?
Whoa, check this out.
I can't believe this. He would have them all take what they please. This same atrocity all over again. Damn him. And damn his crown theocracy.
He's in quite a state. Though I can hardly blame him, with everyone ordered to ransack his homeland. For now, how to approach him?
They've really crossed the line.
Wait. You're not with the Sanctus Church. One of the few who aren't, it seems. I don't know much about divine relics, but I know all too well what it's like to see your homeland threatened.
The divine relics are symbols of our faith. More than that, they are the soul of our culture, our history.
Followers of the old native beliefs worship idols that are known to conduct magic, which they call divine relics. But unlike the igniters of modern times, they are primitive in make and function, and often dangerous. So said my studies, at least.
Oh, far from it. Divine relics aren't primitive in the least. That's just Sanctus propaganda. Really, it's the opposite. Most of these relics are powerful beyond belief, and igniters are just our crude imitations of them. If you'd ever seen one yourself, you'd know the difference. They don't call them divine for nothing. With powers like that, they might as well have come from the gods.
You're that songstress. Didn't expect to hear all this from you, after what you said for the crowd.
Well, a job's a job. But as I'm sure you're aware, pagans aren't the only ones oppressed by the church.
You really are well informed. And it sounds like you know something of oppression. Did you perhaps come from the Mage Academy?
Details, darling. I've seen abuse of powers before, and I'd rather not see it again.
The other candidates seem bent on taking relics by any means necessary. But you all seem different.
To be fair, we are looking for one. The only relic we know by name right now is Draco Dios.
The Lance of the Dragon God? So that's why you came up to me. I suppose anyone would want our homeland's greatest treasure. The Lance is no secret we're trying to hide. Truly, I hope mainlanders come by the scores to see it. Our village is on an island in the World Tree's embrace, where the Dragon God sleeps. On a clear day, you can see it from this land.
An island across the ocean. You mean Verga Island, then? It is a large island in the inland sea. Most of its inhabitants are Mustari, and it remains the only place in the land where Sanctism has not taken root.
I'm not out to abolish Sanctism myself. I just don't want everything we believe in to be destroyed.
So that's why you're in this race?
I thought I could change the world. And then I saw the truth. What a fool I was. I've not introduced myself yet, have I? My name is Edeni. Take my advice. Forget about Draco Dios. We can't hand it over, and you'll never reach it anyway.
We'd never take it by force.
We don't intend to take it by force.
Even if you did, you'll not find any ships that sail there. And that's only the first obstacle in your way. Take my word. It's no place for an outsider. It's time I stopped chasing a fool's dream. I need to face reality. And if you're smart, you'll do the same.
Well, sounds like Draco Dios is on Verga Island somewhere. Is there really no ship passage there? This is the biggest port in the kingdom.
'Tis true. His words reminded me. Thanks to both sea currents and cultural tensions, the only merchant ships passing Verga Island embark from Montario.
But Montario's on the other side of the bloody sea. You can't seriously be suggesting we go there first and then loop back to Verga. We'd never make the deadline.
Then let's ballywell conquer this inland sea ourselves! Ha ha ha! Don't worry, chums! I'm on the job!
You worried about Lady Juna? Actually asking this time, not just prodding.
Shut up.
Tell. You still don't trust them, do you?
How can I? We've only known them for a matter of days. Look, the whole Gladel mess, you really think they're innocent?
Then let's go with them, yeah? Me and you. You do whatever makes sense to you, Del. You know I'll follow wherever you go.
You never could keep your mouth shut, eh?
What the?
Wait a second. You're not saying this thing can sail now?
Quite right. While you lot were hobnobbing at old Luis's soiree, I had his runner all to myself, and believe you me, I got quite an eyeful. Came away full of ideas. After all, this old girl wasn't designed as a land runner alone. All about modular design, don't you know? Flexible jointage. So I did a bit of tinkering.
But why? We'd not even spoken of the island until moments ago.
Island Schmeiland, milady. Look at the map. What's our shortest route to Montario, eh? A straight shot through the inland sea.
Huh. The man has a point. That never dawned on me.
Besides, I've kept my ears open, what? Here there be monsters and all that rot. You'll need more than a ship for these waters. You'll need a proper sea runner.
Oh, right. Eurus, you weren't at the exhibition, so you wouldn't know. Forden already killed the big sea monster out there. It had a huge head.
Really? Don't tell me you're making the trip in that.
Why are you two here?
Bodyguard duty, Lady Juna. We're along for the ride, especially since you're bound for some remote wild island.
These poor newcomers are working so hard and you still can't trust them. Or is it me you don't trust?
We're here on Master Luis's orders. I'm sure I don't have to outline the pecking order there. Or do you have a problem with us being around?
More the merrier.
Rather, we're running short on beds.
Oh, don't worry. Del doesn't take up as much space as me.
Oh, belt up. Besides, you really expect this rust bucket to survive a night at sea?
If you don't like it, leave. Nobody's forcing you to come.
Looks like we're crewmates then. Not unlike a sea voyage for a bit of fun, yeah?
This is a fine mess. Wasn't expecting them along. What do you think their angle is?
They probably still suspect us.
I agree. We definitely crossed a line with the whole Gladel incident.
Suppose that's that, eh? I'll do a last check on her amphibials, make sure she's shipshape. Give me a shout when you're ready.
I mean, it's not that big of a deal. We just have to be careful what we say. I do wonder if one of them might... Oh, for all we know, both of those two.
What now?
Hell, part of me does suspect that we would get another party member. It'd be weird if we only get the one extra party member, I mean.
Now what am I to do? Stop!
Hang on. What if... Isn't that...
Seems like the bigger candidate fits or not. Is that tiny little face yours? Not to mention, who doesn't know... Not that anyone who doesn't know you personally would know you at that size. If people don't know the King Magics protect you, I bet they would find it hard to believe your face was on the top 20 now. I guess support in the top 3 outweighs pretty much everyone else. It's hard to tell considering how small the others are, but I can kind of make out Rella. Tell you how popular she is considering she's not even a candidate.
Yep.
Now what am I to do? Now how do I wind up here? Well met, eh?
Amazing.
I'm guessing the preparations are like, hey, this is the last time you'll potentially get to shop.
Now what am I to do?
Wonderful.
And anything I need? Actually,
Young man, what's this? Yeah? Thank you.
use of personas, just being able to phase through people that aren't there.
Come.
That should be enough. And if it's not, oh well.
Thank you kindly.
I was going to say, there's a little place here, and I'm sure I hadn't been there, so there might be a beetle, and there was! Bahaha.
What now?
How many of them do I have now? Still need more.
Young man.
Jump!
You're not serious.
Aha. Now what am I to do? Well met, eh? Ready to depart?
Time to weigh the anchor ready? You're not forgetting anything, are you? I'm good. Just got a hold of the chart with the route. We're all set for our trip to Vigor Island.
Virga Island is this spot right here. Wonder how many days away it is.
4. Heat. That's good.
Hold on.
Oh.
Where can we go straight? The region's currents are right pain, Miguel. We must go around and across them lest they carry off course. By my reckoning, it'll take us 4 days and 3 nights, give or take. 3 nights at sea, huh? I hope Stroll can handle it. With Joanna and the 2 thorns in our side, tensions may be high. Well, nothing to do but move forward.
Tally-ho then.
Rest assured, I'll get us through these waves to Vigor Island gently as can be. Yeah, boat trip.
Tis actually moving. A fine effort.
Was it ever in doubt? You're the master of the helm, my dear.
Virga Island, eh? Well, I can say it's wholly foreign to me.
Tis a land within an archipelago where many Mustari live. I've heard their faith involves a special maiden of some kind.
How have they managed to avoid the church's influence? I doubt they've the manpower or arms to fend off the crown theocracy.
There's something there that could overturn history, as the Sanctists tell it. Something so damning they couldn't even afford their soldiers seeing it. So the rumors say, at least. Might just be a conspiracy theory.
As for this dragon god's lance, we shall need to negotiate.
If negotiations are even on the table.
Ugh, why all the fuss? Just kill them and take it.
Nothing else works, yeah? Keep it simple.
It's always kill, kill, kill with you two.
Hey, Lord Luis's orders. Don't need to tell you, do I?
Yet you'd impugn Count Luis's reputation with wanton massacre. Simple, was it?
Ugh, give it a rest. Are we there yet?
It's gonna take a bit.
Hard to talk strategy with those two hanging around.
Ladies and gentlemen, feast your ears on this! The elder boy candidate seems to have crossed the channel to the island! On a gauntlet runner too!
Is he alright? They say the waters are clear amongst us now, but...
If he made it, that means my husband can go out fishing again, doesn't it?
I have to say, I expected at least one daredevil to try ploughing straight through the inner sea, but I never thought it'd be that boy.
That's the same lad who exposed that lady from Martira, isn't it? He's not bad.
But Virga Island's infamous people. Treacherous! Even the Crown Theocracy struggled with them for years. So how will this shake out? The festivities have just begun.
See, another idea is, do we get the village chief on our side, or does he become a social link? Because I always thought, what's her face sister would be.
Its new form, setting out to the wide open sea. Their destination, Virga Island, an enigmatic foreign land that not even the long arm of Sanctism can reach. Not all present now would count themselves as allies. Will this prove difficult, or something else entirely?
But thinking about it, like, what role would she have? We already have a healer.
You're a
Atlus speaking.
Come in. New's voice is echoed out the runner's phone. Hismay's got fishing gear laid out on the deck. If you're keen on learning, ask him. Can't promise I'll stop if you slip overboard though, so be careful. Ha! Well, see, Hismay sometimes leave fishing gear on deck. You can use the fish, any fish you can't cook can be used as ingredients for cooking. Certainly made the runner livelier.
Seriously.
It's one of the sort of rubbish excuses of a ship I'd find, but I gotta admit, the insides are impressive compared to the rest of it, at least. I thought I finally got used to the runner's motion, but it was a whole new beast. Oh, I don't know, look pathetic in front of the two brothers, but I'm afraid there's no help in it now. Fine prospect this. The water spreads out as far as the eyes can see. You two enjoying the view as well? Seems a fine opportunity to get to know everyone better, so do take time for some chat. Some wisdom there. Huh. I don't know if we missed an opportunity to do something, or is it just something that happens? If I go down... I mean, there's not much I can do. Very cautious, isn't it?
All right then.
This is...
Get some stuff.
Well then.
Have a quick shower. That's about new potential recipes. Fully restores. Secretest of secrets. Lord of the Lake. I was going to say, where's the other brother? Then I realized I've not checked the front deck yet. Actually...
Now, where was I?
Realize I've not checked with the whole mask thing yet.
Would you look at this?
Another new ally, and this time quite unexpected character at that. Your ally's awakening has revealed a new archetype called the Masked Dancer. It holds power both unique and interesting. I've prepared a new special experiment to enhance its potential to the highest level. Should you desire to hear more, I have a lecture prepared for you. If you'd like to listen, by all means.
So, You've acquired a new archetype.
Wholly encourage experiments.
Here, kitty.
Oh.
It's conceivable.
Must have had a strong desire behind evoking such powerful magic, the mysterious language and the name.
Adieu.
Special experiments menu have been unlocked in Academia. These special experiments to create items that certain archetypes utilize during battle. You can get material necessary for special experiments from enemies in battle.
Make yourself at home.
I just noticed all these masks. Tarot cards. It's kind of cute. We'll do this because we have multiple. For sign. So I don't know. Oh. Not that it's really that big of a shocker, but we at least see who unlocks that we do get a social link with her. At some point.
Oh. You'll come again.
I guess the key thing with the Masked Dancer is the fact that you can change mid-battle. I hope fishing gives a skill as well. Even moving at such speed, it looks like you can still catch fish. No idea how that works. Perhaps they're drawn to the one's magma crystals, or perhaps they're just curious. Either way, certainly wouldn't want for entertainment on our way to the island. The sea breeze is perfect until you smell the fish. I feel you, and feel you here. Quite ready to make landfall, actually.
Speaking of,
this is some runner that your man's put together, full of weird things I'd never seen before. Spends his off hours working on the money too, does he?
Oh, jeez.
What if he's going to do some fishing? When we catch some fish, we can use them to cook.
Understood.
I do want to fish. I also want to, well, let's fish.
Understood.
I mean, he's right there. I thought I'll do some fishing. Grasshopper bait? Do I have to do anything, or is it just... I'm so nervous with those two just sitting on the rails. Maybe if we... Maybe it's all just staring at the water surface, but I'm starting to feel a little queasy. Think like a fish. Suppose I'll give it a try.
The fight is on.
A strong one, but I'm stronger.
fearsome one.
Look at that. Well, I never. We've outdone ourselves, lad.
Here we go.
Tension and strategy lurk beneath the surface of calm. What makes fishing such a beloved pastime? The results hardly matter. In fact, I don't bother asking how many we've caught. Well, I must. As much as I hate to say it, I think it's about time we call it a day.
As the sun dips below the horizon and the stars begin to reflect off the water's surface, the gauntlet runner reaches the shore. Lurking below the surface, in the black and fathomless deep, are the eager eyes of predatory hunters.
Nope.
But the party, safe inside their gauntlet runner, relaxes from the burdens of their voyage, gazing out over calm waters.
We'll arrive 3 days from now. We're being watched, so be careful with what you say.
Quite.
I don't anticipate any monster attacks like we'd see on land, but you never know. I'd best keep the emergency lights on just in case. Though to be honest, no run-of-the-mill monster could possibly capsize my sea runner.
Got it.
If you think I'm going to take my Alzu just because it's past sundown, think again. Want to try it? Something? Go ahead. See what happens. Count Louis won't be asking me to justify myself, we clear? I mean, I was half thinking this dinky little gauntlet was going to sink any second, but it did a decent job running today. And out of all the candidate runners, this one's pretty fast for what it is, yeah? Not that I have set foot in one without Lady Dura being here. Words. So all of these are imagination.
All right then.
I mean, we could also
What now?
we could also hit the right button that I want to. Use my words, please. We could also read. I think tonight we'll spend with Joanna. And then I'll figure out what to do next, maybe? I don't know. I'm saving.